Welcome to the Wild Sun Tarot. This is your monthly reading for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for July 2025. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If this reading doesn't click for you, you can always check out my daily readings on TikTok or book a private reading with me. Not every reading will be resonating with everyone. All right, so let's get into that. The energy for Aquarius for July 2025. If you don't want to watch me shuffle, you can skip that part of the video. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oof, a bit challenging for you Aquarius this month, but it's okay, we got you. Yeah, you see, we got you. Okay, perfect. Two more. Okay. All right. So, starting from the center, we have the Three of Swords, which is often a card that not everyone likes to see, right? Because it's, well, it seems like there is a little bit of, a heartbreak here on this card presented. Now, I think you may be going through a heartbreak, honestly. It may be a romantic, right, partnership, heartbreak. So something in your romantic life didn't work out as planned, okay? So you may be going through a divorce or a separation or just, a end off to a romantic partnership. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now, it's important, okay? So take the advantage of those feelings. They are here to teach you something for sure. Whatever that is you're feeling right now, whether it's anger, sadness, anything that is usually the uncomfortable feeling, right? You have to let yourself express that, okay? So this card is not only like a warning or a sign, like bad sign. No, it's just a quick reminder, a gentle reminder that you need to express all range of feelings, right? You need to let yourself heal, and in order to heal, you need to let it all out, okay? So that's what's happening currently. Well, looking at your past with Nine of Swords, right? This seems like there's something in your past that you can't quite forget or forgive. There's something lingering in your thoughts. It may be at night, okay? As you can see on this card, it may be when you're trying to rest, go to sleep, or just relax. You can't, right? Mentally, it's hard for you. You have all these crows here. Those birds, usually they symbolize thoughts. So it seems like there's too many thoughts, right, lingering here, and you can't quite let it go, whatever that is from your past. And you see, that's why I also said Three of Swords, it's important to express, because if something happened in the past, it won't just go away like that. It stays in your thoughts. So that's why Three of Swords is very important. So I'm actually happy that, we can see it here, going from Nine of Swords to Three of Swords. It seems like it's going back, right? But maybe there's just some important pain that you didn't acknowledge. That's why we're going back, right? From 9 to 3. Now, crossing the Three of Swords, we have Nine of Pentacles, which is really nice energy. It seems that a challenge here is to slowly find another way, a release. Nine of Pentacles, again, it's a slow-moving energy. So it may take few more months, okay, for you to heal. That doesn't mean that for those months you will be in energy of Three of Swords, okay? You will probably be slowly getting out there to better energies, okay? This month may be the hardest, to be honest with you. It may be the hardest. That's why the challenge here is to make a smooth transformation, okay? Slow transformation in the direction of taking care of your own needs. You know, Nine of Pentacles, it's someone with a solid plan, usually refers to like material well-being, but in general well-being, right? So a challenge this month could be to, let's say, start, for example, eating better or exercise or just taking care of yourself. That may be a bit challenging, and just slowly moving on from this pain, right? Now again, I really think that you should express the pain, but don't be in either of those energies alone. So don't be just, you know, in pain. Don't just linger there, and also don't just try to quickly move on, because that's not what is showing up here. It seems like, you know, there will be days when you can't do anything, and there will be a lot of emotions going through you, and there will be days where you know, exercising or going for a walk, or just you know, making a good meal for yourself, or maybe flourishing in your career will be easier, okay? And that's what it is about. In your subconscious, we have the energy of Nine of Cups in the reverse. So I get the feeling that someone may have hurt you emotionally again, but like there's still someone in your subconsciousness that is, you know, like, well, Knight of Cups is a charming person, okay? So in the reverse, it may be someone who, you know, was charming for a moment, but they weren't really showing up emotionally the way you needed, right? So they may be very sweet talking, but when it comes to hard emotional conversations, they weren't there. And they just turn out to not be the one, or not be a person for you, which is okay. But in your subconscious, you still, I think, maybe hang up a little bit on what it could have been, or that, you know, this person had the kind qualities, or had the, you know, sometimes emotions, or like they were sweet, so why couldn't they just, you know, be sweet forever and stuff like this? Because it's in the reverse. I feel like it's just, you really want this person to show up the way they sometimes did, okay? But well, there's something happened, right? A breakup or just a separation for a reason, and you know that reason. So, and even if you don't know the exact reason, you know that it wasn't enough in a way, because it happened, right? So you have to accept this transformation, okay? And that brings us to another part here, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is a fortunate card, right? But sometimes it doesn't come to us the way we want, right? So we think, oh, fortune, it's like winning on a lottery. Well, in this case, it's a change. And again, the easiest way for you to move would be to accept this change. Now, it doesn't come quickly. No one likes changes. We as human don't like changes. But when you let yourself be driven a little bit more by the things that surround you, okay? Your friends, your family, things that happen to you, opportunities that come to you. If you start moving, let's say, with the direction of the world, of the universe, of whatever it is that you believe in, just like flow with the wave, right? It will become easier. So that's the advice for you here, to just accept the change, and also think about it as an opportunity to bring you somewhere better, okay? So again, this is not a failure. It may be sad, and you're fully allowed, even you should like feel it, and you know, be sad if you need to be sad, or angry, disappointed, whatever you need to feel. But don't linger there. Just let the change come, right? Let, you know, like let the waves come and go. That's the advice for you here. Again, very slow moving, right? But moving. Your energy, beautiful. Queen of Cups. So I get the feeling that it's hard for you, but I think you're a person who, or at least for the moment, for this moment currently, knows how to express emotions. So it seems like you're in your tune. You're tuned in, which I'm very happy about, because this energy will help you navigate that pain, okay? So Queen of Cups is someone who can take the emotion, process it, and let it go, right? That's how it's supposed to work. don't, sometimes she's a little bit driven by them, but she's here in the upright position, so I don't think that's your case. What I'm a bit worried about is that in the future we have 5 of Pentacles, okay? And keep in mind, future is always something you can change, you have influence on it. But for this moment, it seems like you're kind of trapped without a solution, which is completely natural in this situation. But keep in mind that everything can always change, right? So again, like, this shall pass too, right? Or this too shall pass. I always mix that up. But the thing is that everything is temporary, and this pain is temporary. So with the Queen of Cups, it's good to feel it, okay? It's good to let it in, to let it teach you something, right? It's also very beautiful that you are able to feel emotions. That's a blessing, okay? Because if you can feel the sadness and the anger now, you will feel the happiness afterwards, okay? And the fulfillment. It will be deeper feeling. So that's your energy. Just keep in mind that it won't be here forever, and you will find that key, okay, in the future. But you need to let yourself change. So, for example, I don't want you to say that, you know, if this doesn't work out, nothing will, or blame it on yourself, or say that, you know, it will never change, or this is just your fate. That's not true. This is a phase, and the Wheel of Fortune will turn, and there will be another phase, okay? So please keep that in mind, because with that card, it's a little bit, you may be a little bit sometimes trapped within your mind, right? Not seeing other perspective, but there are, and there will be. You just need to let the time come, right? And move slowly through that pain, and slowly it will go away as well. So your environment, 4 of Cups in the reverse, your environment, I get the feeling that maybe you don't have that many people around you that are that have the emotional capacity as you do, okay? So maybe your friends don't really want to, in a way, I want to say, accept your pain, okay? Which is on one side fair, because you cannot overdone it on people, right? It's your pain, you have to feel it and let it go. But with 4 of Cups, I would be careful, because it may be that people, I'm worried that you have people around you who may be a little bit too, how to say it, the opposite of deep, right? A little bit too shallow to really understand what you're going through. And you know, maybe they're not shallow, but maybe they just can't understand what you're going through, and maybe they just really want you to like get better or be happy because, you know, they love you. But it's good if you give the people around you just like a little, you know, tap, and say that you need to right now feel all the emotions you're feeling, okay? So you need people around you to be able to acknowledge your pain or whatever you're going through, okay? So for example, if you have friends or family members who just want to take you out on a party, or want you to start dating again, or, you know, meet people, and for now you need to, you know, be alone, then address that, okay? And the opposite, if you don't want to be alone, address that too. Maybe some people, you know, just tell people how you want to be treated. I know it's hard sometimes when you're in that situation, but it's better to communicate now than felt like you're not fulfilled later with the close people you have. Because I don't feel like they don't want to help you. They just don't know the right way how to manage what you feel right now, okay, with 4 of Cups. That's how I think about it, okay? If you have friends who think you're, you know, too much or dramatic, or like your emotions are not valid, of course, like let it go, okay? And if this is the person that is actually like the one you was left, right? Left you, or you left them, or whatever, which I don't feel necessarily, but it may be, I don't think they're able to accept your emotions either. So like they are lingering around you, maybe still in your energy, but they won't be able to be there for you. So again, you have to let that go, okay? So that's the 2 messages for that I got. Moving forward, 2 of Pentacles, I think like so again, you're in your feelings, but you may be looking for quick solutions, or maybe, well, you may not feel comfortable right now, right? Which is completely understandable, but I don't know if you understand. You're out of balance, okay? And you feel like it's too much, it's a lot. And I'm telling you, everyone who ever felt Three of Swords feels like that. So give yourself a little break, okay? Don't feel like you need to be on your best behavior, on top of your game, on top of your plans right now, okay? You're allowed to be imbalanced. What you need to balance out for sure, like 100%, is your well-being, okay? So don't neglect your health, like eating, sleeping, all of that, okay? Sleeping especially, because till that point of expressing emotions, I don't think you had a lot of sleep, okay? So you're in a way better path right now. You see, you came from Nine of Swords, right? From not sleeping to feeling that pain, and right now to feeling it all, right? Just don't be too hard on yourself. It's a process. It will take a little bit. And with the Two of Cups at the end, again, I strongly feel like it's just a connection that didn't work out, okay? And it's okay. You will have those in your life, and they will teach you a lot. So with Two of Cups in the reverse, it's not necessarily a bad energy, but two things with this one. One thing is that, you know, it may have been a nice person, okay? Maybe they just didn't know how to feel with you, right? That doesn't mean what you had wasn't real, and that's why you're allowed to grieve that, okay? But that's it. it didn't work out. It was real and it passed, and now a next thing will come, okay? So that's the one thing. Like, don't go into scenarios. Don't be too hard on yourself. It doesn't have to be bad or traumatic to be valid, okay? It just didn't work out. You connected with someone, and then now you're disconnecting, and that's the beauty of partnerships of any sorts as well, okay? Second part about this is that you need to also remember that you're also those two halves, okay? So it's not only that you need another half, like another human. We all need people, but you need to be full within yourself. So with Two of Cups in the reverse, I feel like this is a process of healing, and also reminding yourself that you can be full without this counterpart, okay? You with yourself need to be full as well. You need to love yourself. And, you know, I'm not talking about bubble baths. I mean, those are cool. But I'm saying about this balance, right? About healing yourself, about taking care of yourself physically and mentally, financially. You need to be enough for yourself, okay? And remind yourself about that, especially in the hard times like this. So that's the energy I'm seeing for you, Aquarius, on July. It is transformative, okay? It is transformative. It is hard. It's not easy, but it will pass, and it will become something nice. Yeah. I will have also some messages for you from the oracles. So let's put it out. Oracles of the moon. And like the moon, you will change, you know, this cycle will pass. So don't worry about that. Just let yourself be present in it and slowly move towards the future. So let's see. One more thing, the most important card of all those is this one. This is a major arcana card. That means that it has a little bit more power on your life than all of the others. So this is an episode in your life, but this is where the episode was leading. And Wheel of Fortune is a great card. It's a change. It's a revolution. It's a fortune that it's coming your way, okay? So it is a really positive sign, and honestly, a positive reading. We don't want a positive start. We want a positive finish, okay? So what do we have here? You see, that's why I love oracles, because they're just so on point. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yes, it does. It does. Look at this. Beautiful. And you got it, okay? The end is soon, and this cycle will end, and next one will begin. A cycle, okay? Let's pull out one more oracle card. Okay, we go 1, 2, 3. Let's see. This one. Oh, look at that. It's also like going to the next season, next chapter. Happy to see that. Okay. A chilling gust of wind knocks you out of your state of ecstasy. Whatever blooming happiness may have been left over from your recent enlightenment has faded into the unknown. This loneliness only grows as the judging wind whips against your back. You're unsure of what happens now or what comes next. You don't want to leave where you are, but the time has come to move on into the unknown again. So, all that we've said, the end of a cycle, a new path, and it seems like it will be an exciting journey for you. Okay, Aquarius. So, beautiful July. I can't wait, honestly, to see your August reading. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Have a great month. Be tough and gentle for yourself. And I'll see you next month. Thank you.